welcome the game officials for this game. Tervetuloa USA, please welcome Team USA. Ja toivotetaan tervetulleeksi kotijoukkue Suomi, please welcome Team Finland. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem. Suomen kansallislaulu esittää The National Anthem of Finland is performed by tamperelaiset lapsikuorot Child Choirs from Tampere, Pirkan pojat ja Taktus. Arvoisa yleisö, Suomen jääkiekkoliiton puheenjohtaja, ladies and gentlemen, chairman of Finnish Ice Hockey Association, Harri Nummela.
Hyvää iltaa Suomi ja suomalaiset! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, after 11 months of hard work, the Ice Hockey World Championship is finally ready to start. During the next 17 days, we will be a strong community. We will be a real international ice hockey family. Together, we will play the game, we will watch the game, we will love the game, and as our championship slogan says, we will live the game. Our organization consists of 800 volunteers and employees, and we have and we will do everything to offer you all the best ever International Ice Hockey World Championship experience. I hope that during the next 2 weeks you all will enjoy the great game of ice hockey. Welcome to Tampere, welcome to Finland.
Eduskunnan puhemies, Speaker of the Parliament of Finland, Petteri Orpo.
Dear friends and players of ice hockey, welcome to 2023 World Championship of Ice Hockey. I am very happy that Finland has the honor to host these games once again. Hockey is the greatest sport on earth. Tampere on erinomainen paikka jälleen järjestää jääkiekon MM-kisat. Nostan hattua Tampereelle ja tälle hienolle areenalle ja kisoille. Turkulaiselta se on paljon. Ice hockey is a sport that unites people around the world. I would like to wish all those who will take the ice good luck. In the end, sport is the winner. Let's show our feelings, let's have fun, and let's enjoy the games.
Kansainvälisen jääkiekkoliiton puheenjohtaja, President of International Ice Hockey Federation, Luc Tardif.
Tampere, kiva nähdä taas. On behalf of the International Ice Hockey Federation, I would like first to congratulate and say a really thank you to the organization committee, the Finnish Ice Hockey Association, the city of Tampere, and the public authority who made possible a kind of miracle, build this World Championship in only 11 months. Everything is set up to please you, hockey fan, for a fantastic competition. Good luck to all the teams, and I think that's about time. Let's live the game.
Tämän ottelun tuomarit on nimennyt kansainvälinen jääkiekkoliitto. The game officials for this game have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation. Päätuomarit, the referees, Tobias Björk, Adam Laski. Linjatuomarit, the lightspersons, Jiri Kondracek, Simon Sinen.
As we look at Dave Quinn, the coach of Team USA, back for a second go after a semi-final loss to this Finland team last year. Team USA, some different faces, looking for a good tournament, and they're the defending champion, Finland, back on home ice here in Tampere. Emil Larmi will get the start in goal for Finland. As we look at some of the youngsters, there's a look at Henry Thrun, an Anaheim draft pick, Marko Antila, the veteran for this Finland squad, the captain of this team, his 6th World Championship. And Brian, if there was some concern about any excitement because this tournament being back here in only 11 months, that's out the window because this city is ready for this championship.
Oh, the walkover was so much fun. People are hyped up. It's crazy out there on the street. I can't imagine even what's going to be like after this game is over and leading into the coming days. Terrific atmosphere everywhere in this building. All the people with faces painted and crazy hairdos and all the stuff that goes with international hockey here in Finland, here in Tampere. This is a great environment. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Casey DeSmith will get the start in goal for Team USA. We had a look at Emil Larmi. maybe a bit of a surprise. Jussi Olkinuora had such a terrific tournament last year for Finland. He is dressed as the backup for this game, but it is Larmi who will get the start. The officials for this game, Tobias Bjork of Sweden is one of the referees. Canadian referee out of Saskatoon, Adam Bloski, the other referee. And your linesmen are Yuri Ondracek of Czechia and Simon Senek of Slovakia. And the puck is down in the 2023 IIHF World Championship underway here in Finland and also in Riga, Latvia. Kept in at the blue line by Team USA. This gets turned and fired back in behind the net by Perbix. To the front of the net it comes near side, and Hirkanainen is there, sends it up the middle. Sateri Manninen in! And on the glove side, he chipped that one wide on Casey DeSmith. Manninen trying to open the scoring at this World Championship after ending the scoring in last year's World Championship with the overtime winner as Finland defeated Canada. Cleared out through center ice. Seppala will send it on the right side, and this will get dumped in. Casey DeSmith trying to leave it there. Finally picked up by Henry Thrun. He'll play it around the boards. And Finland will hold this in. Kept in at the line. Sumala to the front of the net. Rebound! Puck bounces around. Sumala trying to get a second whack at it. Kako will play it into the corner. Kako, the first-round pick of the New York Rangers. Back to the front of the net. It comes off a skate. And Connor Garland will jump on it for Team USA. Garland gets to the line. Tynan goes in after it. Tynan comes up with the loose puck, tried to play it back to the line and does. Connor Mackey down for Garland. Garland centers, chipped off the sidewall. Team USA will hold this in. Comes back at the line. Lane Hudson will carry it deep. Hudson will play it back for Farrell. Team USA starts a change. Farrell dumps it deep. Hudson jumps back in on the loose puck. Center to the short side, and a short side try by Mazur, and that goes off a skate and caroms all the way back down the ice.
That early partial breakaway from Manninen really got the attention of the USA defenseman, no doubt. I think it's early on in games, I think it's easier for the forwards. You get your wheels going, you get on offense, you get moving. Defensemen, you have to get your brain set and realize what's coming at you, and it was coming at them fast.
Manninen had 6 goals and 10 points in last year's World Championship in that gold medal victory for Finland. This gets carried in. Kapanen, Kasperi Kapanen will play this back to the blue line. Lettinen, who led Finland and led all defensemen in scoring last year, tried to get that to the front of the net, comes off the skate and cleared down the ice. And now a race for it in on the forecheck is Matt Coronado. Puck comes around the boards. Otama on it for Finland, sends it up for Entala. He couldn't get inside that Team USA zone, and Finland now on the regroup. Mikko Lehtinen will play it to the line. Marco Entala lost his footing and went down. Puck comes around the boards, trying to get a stick on it was Bjornsson. He could not. And Finland now will get their player change going.
Well, you can tell now the game's starting to settle in. Both coaches wanted to get everybody out there, get your legs going, get some rhythm, get rid of the jitters out there, and get into this game.
Manninen will carry it and drops it back for Mikko Rantanen, and play whistle down, and we are going to get our first penalty of the hockey game. Big round of applause for Mikko Rantanen, Brian, when he was introduced at the start of this game.
Yeah, and for good reason. What a season Rantanen had. Outstanding, 55 goals leading the Colorado Avalanche. We get, the first penalty on the play. Looks like Connor Mackey. He got caught standing just a little bit. Boy, this one, there wasn't much to see there, I didn't think, but nonetheless, here's the opening partial breakaway here from Manninen breaking his way in. Nice job by Casey DeSmith. Didn't show him anything, didn't make the first move. Manninen tried to go top shelf on that glove side and just missed it.
Finland to the power play. Finland's power play in last year's World Championship, second best at 36.3%. 33 power play opportunities in last year's tournament. That led the World championship in that category.
Penalty killing is easier in these situations. It's about movement, but it's about energy and positioning. Power play, it's about all these guys just getting together, getting used to each other.
Down to the front of the net, comes back at the line. Lehtinen lets it go, and that catches Casey the Smith up high. Lehtinen trying to hold it in. He'll get some help there from Hartikainen. Battle for a loose puck. Trying to clear it was Bonino. Couldn't get it outside that blue line. And Finland on the power play back in deep into the Team USA zone. Team USA's penalty kill last year, 82.8%. And something they want to improve on, 35 shorthanded situations last year for Team USA. That was second most in the World Championship. Canada led the way. Shot from the line by Lehtinen. That's kicked away by DeSmith. Power play continues, and a diving play and a good defensive play there by Dylan Sandberg to jam that away from harm's way. Back to the line for Lehtinen. On for Manninen. Manninen sends it down low. This gets spun off the backboards by Salonen. Salonen back for Manninen. Manninen up top for Lehtinen. Lehtinen for Rantanen. Comes off the stick. Manninen back for Lehtinen. The slap shot, that never got through. Bonino blocked it. Back to the blue line. Lehtinen will hold it in. Rantanen looking for that far side, and he fired it wide. Rantanen coming off a marvelous season. 55 goals with the Avalanche. Rantanen. Lehtinen got away from him, and now a shorthanded clear. Alex Tuck will take his time. And now Tuck, speaking of terrific years, he'll just send this one in, and Team USA successful on the penalty kill.
Yeah, they were aggressive, but they got caught in their own zone the entire time. So I think fatigue is what Finland was trying to work their way into it. They moved the puck around. They kept the puck inside the zone, went around the outside, only really got it inside a couple of times. So the penalty killers for USA doing a really good job there.
2 power play shots for Finland on that man advantage, the first of this 2023 World Championship. Yoel Armia plays this into the Team USA zone. Lane Hudson back for it. Hudson's pass comes off the corner boards, kept in by Armia. Gets it back for Otama. Otama sends it down low. Scramble for a loose puck, and that got cleared out of the blue paint before Kakko could tap it home.
I think that was Adder who got a stick on it. That was a sure goal for Finland. Casey DeSmith is outstanding. What a great start to the game for the goaltender.
Fans in Finland ready for this championship. Good body contact by Garland. This will get played in deep. This gets spun back in behind the net by Juho Lammikko. 159 NHL games with Florida and Vancouver for him. Clears it into the Team USA zone, and back for is Mikey Eyssimont. Got his new contract done and arrived yesterday after Team USA had had its practice. Game 1, scoreless here on TSN.
Still 0-0. Finland had the bulk of the play here in the early stages here. The U.S. did a good job, though. I think they've got their wits about them now and their structure, and they have an understanding for each individual player. You have to get that feel of what's coming at you. That process was on, and it's still 0-0, even though Finland had the puck a lot.
4-1 win for Finland in the preliminary round last year when these two teams met. And then they met in the semifinals, and a 4-3 win for Finland. Comes back at the line, and then Czechia defeating Team USA in the bronze medal game. Played around the board, jumping in from the line at the right point is Nick Perbix. We talk about this not being a very big Team USA, but the defense pair of Perbix and Dylan Sandberg that were out earlier. Mackey's out there now with Perbix now, some size with that defensive pair for Team USA. Jammed up in the corner and sent in behind the net. Sammy Walker sends it to the short side. Walker takes a second whack at it after the first opportunity came from Matt Coronado. And Emil Larmi will hang on.
Well, maybe that'll jumpstart the USA's offense. Get some pucks jammed to the net. Let's go back to the chance by Finland there. There's the clear I was talking about before, and it was that Ronnie Adder. Terrific response here. Look at this. This is a sure goal, but no, it's not. That was Capo Caco, New York Ranger, during the regular season. He thought he had an empty netter there, but Adder robbed him.
Thought he had a gimme putt for a bird. This gets bounced back into the Team USA zone, and the smooth skating Lane Hudson, the youngster, will go back for it. Came off a stick to the front of the net. Back it comes, letting him the shot. Manning gets a couple of whacks at it. Casey the Smith is down on the short side. Puck is still loose. And finally Adder will clear it for Team USA. Penalty now coming up to Finland. And Team USA will go to the power play for the first time in this game.
Yeah, a little emotion starting to get stirred up here already. That's all part of it. I mean, the emotion of the game and getting into and get your blood up a little bit, that makes you more intense on the checking side of the game. Both teams are showing a little bit of that here already, and sometimes the transfers into penalties. That's what's happening here at the moment. Hartikainen in the penalty box. There's another sequence here where Casey DeSmith just did a terrific job there. Great movement in the crease, didn't overmove, had trouble with the rebound. And Finland, boy, any loose change around there are on it.
Alex Tuck will try and get a shot to the short side. This will get cleared all the way down the ice. So a hooking call to Hartikainen will put Team USA on the power play. 22.5% for the Team USA power play at last year's World Championship. Finland, as expected, very good on the penalty kill, #1 in the World Championship at 94.4%. And Team USA, Garland tracks the loose puck down in the corner for Bonino. Bonino sends it back at the line. Perunovic, the St. Louis draft pick, down for TJ Tynan. Tynan will work it back at the line. Perunovic will go cross ice for Alex Tuck. Tuck's wrister to the short side. That went wide. Tynan back up top. Perunovic. Tynan walks it in, sends it to the goal line, gets it back from Bonino. Tynan looking far side, and Larmi got a piece of it. Tuck controls the rebound. Gets the return pass from the line from Perunovic. Rink-wide pass comes off the corner boards for Tynan. Into the slot it goes. Quick shot blocked in front. And this will get cleared down the ice as the captain of Team USA, Nick Bonino, with a couple of chances.
Finland really just protecting the middle. Not very aggressive on the penalty kill. That's going to give the guys on the outside some time and some room. So measuring how things are going to be played, that's the important part of the first couple of power plays. And I think the USA is starting to get an idea of how this is going to work. If you get time on the wall, you're going to get some shots there. We saw Tuck take a real good look at the net.
Ati Oksanen, number 29 for Finland, up on the forecheck, short-handed. Actually spent some time at BU playing for Team USA head coach Dave Quinn. There's a couple of saves here from Larmy.
Yeah, and you see how tight the box is, relatively speaking, and they're not going to the outside. That's Alex Tuck over on that left wing side. You have the net front presence. Larmy, really aggressive. Larmy, an outstanding season. I mean, all three goaltenders. I mean, they could have just taken a name out of the hat when you look at what they've done. Playoff MVP this year for Larmy. Best goals against average, best save percentage. I mean, just outstanding numbers, and he gets the call to start the first game.
Chance in front. Larmy gets that right pad out, down on the short side. And Larmy will hang on. And a successful penalty kill for Finland.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to play some drums. Everybody be ready and over the green because it might be just you and your turn to pick up. Come on, let's go.
Nick Perbix did a heck of a job moving in from the point there. He's one of those guys on Team USA, has the ability to do that at an excellent scoring chance. He's got really good wheels from the blue line in the offensive zone, gets very few shots blocked, but he's certainly not shy moving in.
To the line, long wrist shot from Dylan Sandberg of the Winnipeg Jets. That got kicked away by Larmy. Off a stick, but this does get kept in at the blue line by Perbix. Gets it back down low, comes off the sideboards and cleared out through center ice. Hartikainen couldn't get a stick on it. And an icing call now against Finland.
I like the way Sandberg and Perbix are playing together, and there's a look at Garland, who's got that speed and quickness up top. If the USA can get more pucks and sustained action here as the game's going on in this first period, they're starting to get some offense going, and the crowd here just so enthusiastic. It's such an incredible atmosphere.
A beautiful Friday afternoon here in Tampere, and the local watering holes were busy, so the fans, I think some of them are well lubricated here on this Friday afternoon.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's Friday.
Exactly. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Back into the Finland zone it goes. Olli Mata will get that return pass. Mata trying to play it up the boards. He gets pressured there by Team USA. Got it across, and Manninen will take this back into his own zone. Gets it back for Olli Mata through the middle, looking for Joel Armia. That failed to materialize, and Finland back on the regroup. Olli Mata sends it on for Joel Armia. Armia gets away from a check at center ice from Mazur and cleared back into the Finland zone, and Mata back on it one more time for Olli Mata, his second World Hockey Championship, still looking for his first World Championship goal. Puck loose in the corner. Comes around the boards. Trying to get a handle on that is Antti Sumala. His second World Championship for Finland as well. This gets sent all the way back down the ice, a race for it. Alex Tuck trying to work it free. And it comes off the corner boards and right back up the ice now for Mikhail Sepala. It has been quite a run for Sepala. Back-to-back Liga championships, a championship in the Champions League, and a World Championship gold a year ago. Through the middle of the ice it goes. Lamiko chases this down, turns, fires right on to Smith. Got a pad on that. Kapanen trying to come up with it in the corner, can't. It gets cleared by Perbix up through center ice. Cross ice pass gets intercepted and right back in for Kasperi Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen drops it off, and Jiri Salonen lets the quick shot go that never got through. Up the boards and chipped off the boards by Sammy Walker. He'll track the loose puck down and carry it in. Walker quick shot from the short side, and Larmy with the save.
Nice job by the U.S. They're really starting to get their game going now. And their goaltender, DeSmith, has made a big difference for them. He's made so many good saves already in this game. That's a beautiful right pad save. Yeah, the rebound comes out in the middle, but the positioning of the U.S. team certainly very good there. And as this first period's gone on, they're starting to get the puck more. They're spending less time inside their own zone, and they're starting to get used to those quick plays by the Finns from their D-men up through the middle of the ice. The Finns have been using their breakout up through the middle, see if they can split the D, and I think the D have got the feel of it now.
Slovakia up on Czechia, 2-1 over in Riga. Of course, Riga 2021, the World Championship was there, but with COVID restrictions, no fans at the start, very few fans were allowed at the end. So the IIHF made the decision, and a good one, to go back to Riga.
That's great.
Latvian hockey fans are as good as there is anywhere.
And you can feel the appreciation level here, too.
Marco Antila turns, fires that one wide. Antila, 6'8", 229 pounds. But he is not the tallest player in this World Championship. Tyler Myers has him by an inch. Offside called, and we get a stoppage in play. 5:49 to go, period one, scoreless.
The top line for the Finns is really something dynamic. Guys played in different leagues naturally, but Rantanen, Hartikainen, and Manninen together, you total up all the goals they scored this year, 97 goals, which of course is led by Mikko Rantanen with 55. So look out when those guys are on the ice.
Rantanen was 8th in NHL scoring with 105 points. He was 3rd in goals with 55. And that line with an opportunity there, but it gets cleared, carried up at center, and sent in by Connor Garland. Centering pass, Garland was waiting for it, never got to him. And Hartikainen will carry it back. Rantanen takes the loose puck for Manninen into the slot. Quick shot by Hartikainen, and a good save there by DeSmith, who has been rock solid for Team USA in the opening period. There's a penalty going to be coming to Team USA as Asamont's stick came up on the Finnish defenseman. Kakko will swing this up at center. Kakko hits the line, leaves for Hartikainen. Hartikainen for Armia. Well, Armia will take this back up at center. 6 attackers on the delayed call. Now for Finland, Olli Mata. Mata getting chased back into his own zone by Rocco Grimaldi. Mata finds a little bit of room, and Hartikainen trying to get that back down low. Intercepted by Tynan. And the penalty now get called as Asamont will head to the penalty box.
Yeah, he was the latest guy to join Team USA. Just got in yesterday. His legs will be hurting a little bit. I think just trying to get himself into the game, but a little overly aggressive. And that certainly is a high stick. He knew it right away. Mikey Esamon ended up playing 3 different teams this year, got traded a couple of times, ended up in Tampa Bay. So it's been quite the whirlwind for him.
So second power play of the hockey game for Finland. 2 power play shots on the opening period, on the opening power play. Mentioned playing for 3 teams for Esamon, scored for all 3. 3 with San Jose, 1 with Tampa Bay, and 1 with Winnipeg. So the power play for Team Finland. Kakko sends it into the corner and then gets it back. Armia sends it down. Ole Mata played it down deep, and the sharp angle try there by Sumala didn't go, and this gets cleared down the ice by Team USA, and Ole Mata will go back for it.
Bonino did a really nice job there. The U.S. were in the middle of the ice, but as soon as they saw the pass wasn't on a stick, Bonino jumped, they turned the puck over and get it down. That's the way to get it done, especially on this ice surface, which is overall about 5 feet wider than the NHL. This one goes offside. That 5 feet extra in width, especially when you're killing penalties, it's really tough. So if you get caught running too far and get caught in the corner or down outside along the wall and putting pressure and you don't get the puck, you are in big trouble. We talked about it when the U.S. had their power play. The guys on the outside are going to have some time and some space. If they can make tape-to-tape passes, I can think guys like Alex Tuck, who has a tremendous shot, is a big goal scorer. He's going to get some really good looks once they kind of settle down. And the same thing, of course, is true for a guy like Rantanen for Finland.
The ice surface is a hybrid. It's not officially international ice size, and it's not officially NHL ice size. It's kind of right in the middle.
Yeah, it's just kind of a quirk. It's not a problem.
Cleared all the way down the ice off the backboards. Larmy will leave it. Naninen, who had the overtime winner for Finland last year. Finland up 3-1 on Canada late in the 3rd. Canada gets a couple. Zach Whiteclaw brought them to within 1, and Max Comtois tied it. And then on a power play in overtime, shot scores! Hartikainen will get the game's opening tally, and it comes on a power play, 1-0 Finland.
And Nick Perbix is mad at himself. He knew that he had a chance to get it out. Here's where maybe the width of the building hurt him, and he didn't really get the feel that he wanted to shoot it all the way around the corner up the ice. And when Perbix gets to it, he doesn't clear it. It stays in at the point. And what happens? They keep it in, and now you're in trouble. Now the puck movement was simply outstanding. They got it to Hartikainen in the middle of the box, and he was able to pivot and make that shot. Anytime you're penalty killing, I don't care what league you're in, if you get a chance to touch it in your zone, it has to go down the ice hard. I think next time Perbix touches it, he's going to be winging it off the sidewall instead of trying to wing it around the corners and all the way up the ice, because it's got more room to travel, and that burned him.
3rd World Championship for the former Edmonton Oiler pick back in 2008. And Hartikainen does get the game's opening tally. Salonen with the nice setup and a 1-0 lead now for Finland. Hartikainen coming off a Swiss championship. Genève Servette, 28 goals for them last year, added 8 more in the playoffs. And a Swiss title for him, and has the opening goal of this tournament here in Tampere. Connor Mackey on for Connor Garland. Garland puts on the brakes, looks for some help as Team USA completes the change. Back to the line. Connor Mackey started the season in Calgary, ended up in Arizona. Traded by the Flames. Part of the deal that involved the Ritchie brothers on trade deadline day. Marco Anttila plays this up the boards and all the way down the ice. It is right on Casey DeSmith. DeSmith will snap it up off the glass and clear it back out at center ice.
The Americans have attacked wide when 5-on-5, but they seem to be in a real hurry to get the puck into the middle of the ice, and the Finns are there and they're ready. So take a page out of what we're talking about on the power play and the width of the ice. The Finns are giving the wingers for the U.S. team some room and some time. Don't rush to get it to the front of the net. Go to the back of the net. Hang on to it. You get it to the middle of the ice, and they're turning it over and coming the other way fast.
Grimaldi drops it for Alex Tuck. Tuck will play it behind the net. Centering pass from Benito never got through. Into the final minute of period number 1. This gets sent down the ice. It will not be icing. Henry Thrun will go back for it. World Junior gold for Thrun, 2021. Captain in Harvard for 3 years. And as I mentioned earlier, an Anaheim pick. There is a penalty coming to Finland. It's going to be a slashing call. And Team USA will go to the power play for the second time.
Joel Armia is going to go to the penalty box. Yeah, that was a slash. He has to stick right out of the hand, and he knows. Have to sit there for a bit. Some nice moves by Asimon coming out of the zone, and then that's Connor Garland who had the stick slashed out of it. So now that the U.S. team has had a chance to get a feel for their first power play, how much will they keep the puck on the outside? When can you get it into the middle, and who can pull the trigger? The Finns have figured it out. They have made some nice plays into the middle here. Shots from the point are certainly not out of the question either. Try to get some deflections and rebounds.
60-year-old Jukka Jalonen, the coach of Finland. We had a look at him. 3 World Championship gold medals for him. An Olympic gold, a World Junior gold, Finnish Coach of the Year in 2016, a Liga Championship. A very, very impressive coaching resume for Jukka Jalonen. So Team USA to the man advantage. Team USA just trying to stay healthy. They lost so many defensemen last year at this World Championship. There's a shot to the short side. That gets turned aside as the quick release there from Cutter Gauthier, and the first period comes to an end.
Excellent goaltending by Casey DeSmith. That was the story for the U.S. here in this first period. He gives up one. Certainly wasn't his fault. The U.S. team had some flashes, but they need to spend more time in the offensive zone, no doubt.
We are in Tampere, Finland. 2023 World Championship underway. Scoreless after 1 period on TSN.
8 shots, Team Finland 10.
Hyvä oli. Näin, jatkuu.
Some days it can be difficult to get through to each other at work. Other days, it can also be as simple as something else accidentally getting in the way. Then, suddenly, one day, the pieces fall into place without you being able to say exactly why. Here at AJ Products, we can't solve all your problems at work. We are here to help you design a better workplace. Have a better day at work.
at full strength.
Here we go, boys. Let's have a great first one, guys, okay? I want your sticks down in the ice and then we go, okay? Go, 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 go!
Joukkueen täysin lukuisen, teams at full strength. Joukkueen täysin lukuisen, teams at full strength. Lukuisen, teams at full strength. Joukkueen täysin lukuisen, teams at full strength.
Casey DeSmith was the busier of the two goaltenders in that opening period, made a number of big saves. The one did get by him. It was a power play marker, 1-0 Finland with the lead, and Team USA will start the second period on the power play. 1:27 left in the minor penalty to Yoel Armia. There's Nick Bonino, the captain of this Team USA team. Couple Stanley Cups under his belt. World Championship bronze for him back in 2015 and 2018, and gets to captain this USA squad. A very young USA squad. Connor Garland dishes it off. Alec Tuck throws it around the boards. Bonino will hold it in, leaves it there for TJ Tynan. Tynan on the Team USA power play. Bonino sends it back for Perunovic. For Bonino, he tried to go cross ice looking for Perbix, and this will get cleared, or rather for Tuck on that far side, and this will get cleared all the way down the ice. Perbix, by the way, led all players in ice time in that opening period at 8:02. Short-handed breakaway, cross ice, oh, big save. Lakimo took the cross ice pass, and a big stop right back the other way, and a big save by Larmy. So Casey DeSmith with the first big save. Alex Tux gets the chance, and a save made by Larmy.
Yeah, everything went sideways when Alex Tuck tried to take the blue line, got it turned over. All the U.S. guys were committed. Perunovic, even, who should have been a little bit farther behind, and the very aggressive Finns come back in the other direction, and Casey DeSmith has to bail them out there. That would have been a tragic start to the second period to give up a shorty.
Antti Oksanen with that pass. He has been a thorn in the side of Team USA on the penalty kill. Very aggressive. Down to the goal line, Rocco Grimaldi plays it back for Lane Hudson. Terrific college season for the youngster Lane Hudson. Dishes it off to the goal line. Coronado the shot off the left shoulder of Larmy. Cutter Gauthier gets that into the slot. The shot doesn't get through. Tynan tried to get it back for Grimaldi. Cross ice it goes for Gauthier. Gauthier tried to pitch a backhand pass across the middle. Intercepted. Power play is over. Hudson has the puck. 2 shots on that man advantage for Team USA. That will give them 5 shots on 2 power play tries so far in this game. Gauthier sends it back down low. Good bump in behind the net. There is Mac Coronado, the Calgary first rounder in 2021. Gets rubbed out, stays on it though, gets it back to the blue line. Takes the return feed from Lane Hudson, scores! Coronado drifts it from the right side, and it finds its way through, and Team USA has tied this game up 1-1.
That's exactly what they needed. After the power play was not that great to start the second period. We always talk about fresh ice on a power play, but also you're coming out cold from your locker room. Doesn't always work out. It sort of looked that way on the power play, but once it settles out, everybody's even strength again. This one just sneaks its way through. Larmy didn't have to make that many saves. I don't know if that got deflected. He just lost sight of it. Maybe he was anticipating a bit of a deflection. I know he has a defenseman right out in front of him, and yeah, may have ticked off him, but that one leaked through him, and a break for the USA team to get themselves on board.
So Jukka Jalonen in a conversation there with Tobias Bjork, the referee. Is there some discussion about goaltender interference? Perhaps. All right.
Well, we couldn't hear the announcement. Not quite sure exactly what they're looking into here.
He was either telling us what the call was going to be, or he was singing along to the music.
Look at the top of the screen here. Are they talking about interference? There was some jockeying for position in front of Larmy. This should give you a pretty good indication. There's a skate in the paint. I don't think that he made any contact, but they're saying probably that his stick got tweaked up just by a tad there. Is that enough to make it goaltender interference? That's Eastman in front of the net. And in that overhead shot, you could see that there was Watch the stick of the goaltender here. Is that enough to make it goaltender interference because he can't get set again? I don't know. It didn't look like enough to me, but we'll see.
The fact that that's where the puck went into the net probably complicates it even a little bit more. So coach's challenge by Jukka Jalonen. So the officials in having a look at it. The goal, if it does stand, would be Matt Coronado. Lane Hudson with one of the assists and Carter Mazur with the other. Here's another look at it. The top of the stick right there.
And then the blade gets tweaked up a little bit too, just from the back of the leg. I mean, is that enough? I mean, it's a battle in front. Watch this. Watch the blade of his stick here. He's going to move to his left. There's a foot inside the crease, and that's what got the attention of the Finns. Then when he tries to move back, see, the stick blade and the paddle get tweaked up a little bit. I don't know. It doesn't look like enough to me, but we'll see how strict they are on these rules. His foot or feet of Eyssimont, that is, was in the blue paint a little bit. He was nudged in there by the D-men. How closely are they going to call this stuff? This may set the tone for the entire tournament.
They've backed off a little bit on that crease violation in IIHF hockey, but it still is.
Thank goodness.
Yes, it still does play a little bit more of a prominent role than maybe what it does in the National Hockey League.
And that's what's in the back of my mind, Dennis, exactly. We'll take one more look here. Back in the day, as soon as you came anywhere near a breath of the blue paint, it was blow the whistle, and you're just not allowed in there. Only if the goalie is allowed there. So how much have they backed out? Whatever they've decided, they're going to tell us here in a second.
So Adam Blosky will let us know what the decision is. So if we can do some lip reading, there was goaltender interference, no goal. So this game remains 1-0 in favor of Finland.
So it is going to be a pretty strict standard. You can look at the face of David Quinn. That pretty much tells it all. But we'll see that as the standard from here on in. So every team's going to have to be aware of that. He's in there just by a little bit of a tweak, and I didn't see the goaltender try to fight through that too much, but he certainly got preoccupied by it. Maybe they judged by his body language more than anything else, but away we go. Still 1-0 Finland.
Turned over inside the line. Mikko Rantanen for Hartikainen for Manninen. Quick shot from Manninen and a good save by DeSmith. And now Connor Garland and Manninen do a little pushing at the side of the net.
Yeah, the U.S. got to be careful here. You get preoccupied, and the Finns do a really good job here. This is the top line again. That's Manninen coming late on the play, but he had lots of room through the middle of the ice. And it was Perbix who was kind of looking at the action along the wall, and then when he looked in the middle, it's like, whoops, already too late. Manninen coming with speed, and now you have to react. So you got to be aware of where everybody is and where they're coming from. The guys coming from underneath sometimes can hurt you the worst.
In across for Eyssimont. Eyssimont bumped there by Rantanen. Rantanen takes him to the corner boards. Rantanen went down as he bounced off Eyssimont. Connor Garland is on it. Perbix was in from the line, and the puck will come out to center ice. 8 minutes and 2 seconds of ice time for Nick Perbix in that opening period to lead all skaters. Drew O'Connor took 6 faceoffs for Team USA, won 3 of them. Mikko Lehtinen had 3 shots on goal to lead Finland and led them in ice time as well at 7:46 in that opening period. Mikko Lehtinen led all defensemen in scoring last year and also led Team Finland in scoring in last year's championship.
Yeah, with the 3 penalties, 2 for the USA in the first period. The guys who were on the special teams, of course, they ending up with the most ice time. Perbix would be in that department on both sides.
Olli Maatta, who spent this past season with the Detroit Red Wings, swings it around the boards, and Team USA back in on the attack. Tuck, who can really fire it, rips that one to the short side, and a save made there by Larmy. And now Olli Maatta is on the loose puck. Alex Tuch, 36 goals and 79 points in 74 games for the Buffalo Sabres this past season. He, along with Tage Thompson, just really ripping it up offensively.
And those are the guys that you want to, take charge. You're a shooter. You want the puck. You want to attack. Tuch's really good at that. He can challenge one-on-one. He's got changes of speeds. He puts fear in the hearts of the defenders and creates room for everybody else. The way the game is going right now, and to set the tone for the tournament for the U.S., I keep going back to Alex Tuch because of his credentials in that department. And with the room that there is on the outside, to have him challenge some one-on-ones and then have guys away from the puck going to the net for a rebound, I think that could cause a lot of good offense for the Lightning, USA.
Mirza gets tied up along with Ualamiko. And Mazur might be the player going to the penalty box, or are they not going to call anything?
Lamico was trying real hard to draw a penalty. It was away from the play. They're going to say incidental contact. It was messy, no doubt about that. Both players, big collision, pair of 91s away from the puck, and you can see how Lamico feels about it. He felt like it was Mazur's fault, and I'm sure if you ask Mazur, he'd be going, hey, he turned into me, what the heck? So I think they did the right thing and went incidental contact, and perhaps Lamico, keep your head up.
Look at Sean Farrell there, 21 years of age, a Montreal draft pick. Got into 6 NHL games, did get his first NHL goal against the Florida Panthers. There's a shot that goes off a stick and deflects up and out of play as Antti Oksanen, his first World Championship, coming off his first season in the SHL in Sweden.
Well, game one's all about settling in for everybody on everybody's team. Yeah, settle in, but win too, because every point is really valuable, and especially for a team like Team USA and where you finish and getting into the medal round, which is obviously the priority, and then see what happens from there. So settling in is one thing. Now it's like, all right, you guys got your feet wet. Let's go here.
So we'll see Sweden and Germany in our second game. Odd man rush for Team USA. Shot, and that's off the inside of the goalpost. Great chance there for Farrell.
I wondered if that had hit the inside of the net too. It came out on such a strange angle. It was a great play by the U.S. team. Really caught Finland for the first time on the rush on an outnumbered attack here. And I wondered that if that one didn't end up in the net. Farrell's got a great release. Excellent cross-ice pass. Oh, it hit the crossbar. So it hit the goal post and then the crossbar. There's the cross-ice pass. Farrell with the great shot.
Off the goalie.
Off the goalie,
and
okay.
Then,
and we did get the save there and off the crossbar.
Yeah.
Looked like the near side goal post from up here at first blood.
Hartikainen, the goal scorer in this game, trying to center it. Some body contact in the corner as Coronado, who thought he had tied the game up, goes for a spill. Long pass up the middle. This gets deflected in as Mikko Lehtinen, who played in Zurich this past season. And he'll settle this down in behind his own net. Feeds it on for Armia. He'll go rink wide. This gets carried in wide by Sumala. And a shot and a save, and we'll get a stoppage in play.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a lot more whistles in this second period, and that could be a smart thing. I mean, you're a long ways from your own bench. You get caught in your own zone for a long time. We saw that a little bit in the first period where the Finns had possession of the puck, and they were wearing the U.S. team down pretty well at times. So the U.S. could be well served there, and Casey DeSmith himself probably hanging on to some pucks and making sure they get the line changes when they need them.
This gets flipped up at center ice. Stopped at the line there by Koivisto. He couldn't clear it for Finland. Olli Mata. Mata will send it up. Pinching in from the line to hold it in was Adder. Came into the high slot area. And now this will be Koivisto to play it back up the boards, but again, that gets trapped. Carried back in, Bonino gets tied up, puck back to the blue line, and this gets chipped out through center ice. Noel Armia trying to get it around Dylan Sandberg. Good play there by Sandberg. Sent around Alex Tuck, trying to skate this out of the corner. Ole Mata. Mata will get a little bit of help, but unable to handle that was Sumala. He'll get a second try, turns it over. Lane Hudson trying to get that back out to the blue line. It's intercepted and deflected out in front. Is there for Team USA. Gets it on for O'Connor. Drew O'Connor, who had a couple of goals in a pre-tournament game against Germany. Germany and Sweden. Our second game here. It will be an 8:20 local time start. Cross ice pass. Asamont will play this back at the line. Thrun trying to go cross ice. Ole Mata got in the way of that. Asamont is on the loose puck. He'll dish it off for O'Connor. O'Connor will send it for Connor Garland. Garland puts on the brakes, takes a look, puts it to the side of the net. O'Connor trying to get that back for Connor Garland, and that gets intercepted.
Good quick shot by Asamont there, and you see the U.S. is starting to use the outside now. They're not just automatically throwing it into the middle of the ice. Some patience and some calm. The Finns are going to let them do that. Work your way through, pick your spots, sometimes charge out of the corner, bring a couple of guys to you, and that'll open up somebody.
We need to be patient offensively, is what Dave Quinn mentioned to us yesterday.
The Finns, doesn't matter when, you can go back 15, 20 years, I swear it's in their DNA. They play as a group of five and they frustrate you.
In across the line, quick shot there by Cutter Gauthier. And a good save by Larmi. 1-0 Finland.
The first game day of the tournament. There has been a lot of volunteers working on this tournament already for weeks and weeks. And in each game we want to reward one player. Let's take the win. Come on. Woo! All right. Eli tässä vaikutetaan näistä pelipäivän kanssa, niin turvasta on rakennettu jo viikkoja. Meillä on satoja vuosia, ei vuosia, satoja volunteers, jotka ilman heitä
Finland with the 1-0 lead. Getting back to our second game, Sweden against Germany. Some good news for Germany today. When they registered their players yesterday, they left several spots open. All of a sudden this morning when we checked the rosters, Moritz Seider, who had a great tournament for Germany last year, on their roster. So
yeah, that one kind of jumped off the list at us, didn't it? They keep adding players here, and you're used to this. I'm not. But all these last-minute ads and everything, yeah, I went, ooh, Moritz Seider. Yeah, the Germans are going to like that one.
How important this game is, you were talking about that before the break. I mean, we'll see, because when all is said and done and the tournament comes, the preliminary round comes to an end, I mean, these two teams may very well be near the top of the standings, and this game may have a bearing on how that finishes up.
And who you play in the first round.
Lane Hudson, he'll take that at center ice. Sends this inside the line. Sean Farrell's after it. Farrell got tied up. It's sent around the boards. Chopping at it was Yuri Salonen. Couldn't get it out. Chance on the short side. Tynan with the opportunity, and Emil Larmi with a good stop in tight. Back in across for Salonen, his 5th World Championship, and play does get whistled down.
Well, Coronado with a great chance there, though. The U.S. team really starting to buzz now in the offensive zone. They've settled down here. Nice little give and go. That was the sleeper play. Coronado was able to walk out. Farrell gave it to him from behind the net. See, the goaltender's tracking. He feels the puck go behind him from his left to his right. He's assuming the pass is going to come out in front of him. Well, the pass came back again behind him. Really smart play there, and it almost worked.
Coronado's goal earlier in this period waved off for goaltender interference. We talked about Sweden, Germany, our second game here. Second game over in Riga will be the host country Latvia against Canada.
Well, that Farrell-Coronado combination, of course, you throw Thrun in there as well. All three of them are from Harvard. So the chance, you know, I'm sure they made that play before. They all finished their Harvard year, and then Thrun went to San Jose, Farrell went to Montreal, and Coronado went to Calgary. So they know they're all NHL caliber players, but that play from Farrell to Coronado behind the net, that's one of the slickest ones we've seen, and it makes a lot of sense when they played together at Harvard.
8 games played for Thrun with San Jose. Averaged just under 20 minutes of ice time per game, initially an Anaheim pick. Grimaldi, he'll drop it back. Perunovic trying to go across ice, and that pass got intercepted. Good defensive read there by Antti Oksanen, and he'll get this into the Team USA zone. Oksanen feeds it in front, big save by DeSmith. The rebound and came to the front of the net and it got cleared. What a chance there for Bjornanen. All alone in on Casey DeSmith.
USA's getting hurt on the overload. When the puck's wide, they got too many guys focusing in there. Too small a group. You got 3 or 4 guys all on one side of the ice, and the Finns are hurting them, winning those battles off the wall, getting it into the middle, and you're having free chances like that coming down the middle. That's way too much stress on DeSmith.
Hardikainen in on the forecheck, but cleared away from him by Drew O'Connor. Cleared back in. Larmy watches this go in behind him and around the boards for Mikko Rantanen. Turned over Connor Garland, and he couldn't get the shot away. Stays with it, lets it go, and Larmy may have got a piece of that.
Ottawa got a stick on it there, I think. I thought he might have got called for hooking there. It was a heck of a defensive play, but the tables were turned there for the USA. Get a terrific scoring chance. It's still 1-0 Finland.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to dance. We will have a dance battle. We have chosen 2 dance teams, and everyone gets to vote who is dancing better. Come on, let's go!
Ja tosiaan tosiaan käytiin siellä on legendaarinen tytös vastaan pojat. Huutoäänestystä mennään hetken päästä. Kumpi voittaa?
US had a great scoring chance. Thought it was going to be 1-1. Finland was able to recover at the last second. It was a similar situation to what the US chances have given up. Plays off the wall and then into the middle really quickly. And the US wasn't able to catch in. I thought Ottama was going to end up with a penalty. I've not seen a replay of that. I thought it was a hooking call because I thought Garland had a great chance to pull the trigger. Whether he just mishandled or whether that stick was on his arm or not, I haven't seen it yet.
So back-to-back shifts with great looks for Team USA. Matt Coronado had a terrific short side opportunity. Connor Garland intercepted that Mikko Rantanen pass and walked in alone. But it remains 1-0 in favor of Finland as we are into the back half of period number 2. Mackey will send this down. Mazur floats that one through some traffic. It goes off a stick and over top the net. Armia is after it on the far side, gets tied up there with Mazur. Puck comes loose and Armia comes up with it and moves it out to center ice. He'll get it on for Capo. Kako looking high short side. And Smith loves that and hangs on.
A little bit of interference there on that play. There's the chance for Finland earlier on, and DeSmith with another terrific save. He doesn't know where the rebound is, and he gets some help on his rebounds, and then here's the steal here. See, that's where I thought he got tweaked up there. I thought you were going to get a hooking call, and he absolutely should have gotten a hooking call because he did get the blade up and tweaked his hands. Now, it was a slick defensive play. You got to hand it to him by Otama, but usually that's, in today's game, it's a hooking call.
Ati Otama, the veteran, this is his 8th World Championship. Leads all Finnish players in that category. This gets pitched off the boards. It does not get out as Ronnie Adder tried to clear. Sent back in behind the net and grabbed off there by Lane Hudson. Talked about injuries for Team USA last year. Started with John Merrill 1 minute and 11 seconds into game 1. He was done for the tournament. Here's a shot from the line by Coronado. Save made. And Larmy will hang on to it with traffic in front of the net. Sammy Walker looking for a loose puck.
Going in straight lines and attacking from the outside in and not forcing things. You start to see the game start to come around. When the east-west plays happen into the middle of the ice, this team from Finland is really good at that. They know how to protect the middle. You can see how intelligent they are, too, about where the passing lanes are and what would I do if I was that guy on the U.S. with the puck. And they've intercepted some doozies. And the counter game of Finland, which has always been a huge part of it, again, going back generations, they frustrate you. They play the middle of the ice so well. Their structure is so good. And then, boom, they turn the puck over and they're gone. And they got you on outnumbered attacks and breakaways.
Off day for Team USA tomorrow. And they will face Hungary on Sunday and Germany on Monday. This gets cleared up the left side boards. Oksanen gets it to center ice, no further. Right back in for Rocco Grimaldi. Shot to the short side. Larmy makes the save, lost the rebound for a split second, and then gathers it in and hangs on to it.
Larmy's made himself look big in goal, and David Quinn, I'm sure, is aware of that. He wants to get that guy some scoring opportunities. This last one was Grimaldi. Again, attacking from the outside. They're starting to get shots from the net. From the outside to the net. See if they can get any rebounds. Larmy was pretty clean on that one and jumped on it quickly.
Larmy had 4 shutouts in the playoffs for Vaxio. There's a shot save made by the right arm of Larmy. Cleared out at center. Marco Antila will chase this puck down into the Team USA zone, but it does get across the icing line, and faceoff will come back. There's the captain of this Finnish squad, Marco Antila. There's Liga and Karpat. For a few years there, it seemed every time Finland needed a big goal, Marco Antila was the guy that was providing it.
Talk about experience. 37 years old pretty much tells it all, right?
Grimaldi leaves it for Alex Tuck. Tuck's looking for a lane to the net, can't find one. Finally tries. That shot got blocked before it got to the net. Bjornanen got in front of it. Comes back at the line, kept in by Lane Hudson. Hudson trying to lose the checking of Bjornanen. Antila there with that long reach to poke it up the center ice. And Hudson will retreat.
I don't mind Hudson trying that, though. Just testing things a little bit. What are you going to do? When are you going to pressure me? Yeah, the Finns are keeping the puck to the outside for sure. But there are seams, and I think that's what, you have to look for. And the challenge is one-on-one. Sometimes you challenge, can I beat you? Can I put a move on you and get right to the net?
Rookie at BU, and terrific numbers there for Lane Hudson. 15 goals and 48 points in 39 games.
Unreal. He's got that quickness. You could see it on that last shift. And that's the kind of guy I'm talking about. For Hudson to challenge like that, dip his way in to Anywhere there's an opening, see if there's a seam. How good are you guys one-on-one? There's so much of that you have to take in as a player. You're measuring everybody on the other team. All these guys are thrown together. You're trying to get used to your teammates, but also at the same time, of course, like, okay, how good is Sumala? How good is Hartikainen? You know, if you're a U.S. guy, how heavy are they? How quick are they? All these things are coming into game one.
Team USA has put some pucks to the net, 11-7 now. The shots here in the second period favoring Team USA as Larmy makes another save. This puck does get cleared out. Connor Mackey will send it for Dylan Sandberg and quick up and right back in for Team USA. Shot scores! Cutter Gauthier lets it go from the left side. And it finds the back of the net, and Team USA has tied this game up 1-1.
They are really starting to come on. This is a heck of a shot. I think in today's game, the natural tendency for all these players is we've got to get the puck in the middle. We have to get the puck in the middle. But we've seen the turnovers and the lack of success that the USA has had up to this point. They came out in the second period and even at the end of the first and started shooting more and more from the outside. Did that get tweaked up a little bit? It may have gone off the shaft of the stick of Mazur, I wonder. But at the same time, the fact that they're shooting from the outside has made the difference. They're doing it consistently. Guys away from the puck are getting there. And yeah, I'm not sure if that tweaked up just a tad off the shaft of the stick or whether Larmy just was beaten cleanly on it.
Cutter Gauthier, the other 19-year-old on this Team USA squad, along with Lane Hudson. So Gauthier with the goal, Mazur and Dylan Sandberg with the assists. And Cutter Gauthier, of course, part of the Team USA at the World Junior Championship this past one in Moncton and Halifax. He had 4 goals and 10 points in 7 games on a dynamic line for Team USA. Back in for more. Coronado spins and fires that one wide. Back in for Sammy Walker. Walker puts on the brakes. We are seeing the speed of Team USA that Dave Quinn talked about yesterday.
Yeah, I like that line with Coronado in the middle. He and Farrell, because they know each other so well. Walker on that wing, on that last shift. They've done a real nice job. They're really starting to attack now and put some pressure on the Finn defensemen who are having trouble figuring them out.
Shot in front, Laramie, the save, it's in behind him, and Alex Tuck couldn't get a stick on it to drag it into the open net. 1-1 here in the second.
Tuck thought he had one. I thought he had one too. Great chance. You get right down the middle of the ice. Got a shot. Got his own rebound when he went to hit it. And the rebound was just laying in the crease, and his stick hit the pad of Larmy. And so he didn't get a chance to sweep it right into the net. And then Larmy found it and sat on it.
Alex Tuck, a Minnesota pick, went to Vegas in the expansion draft, and then to Buffalo in the Jack Eichel trade. There's a chance through some traffic. Laramie the save on a good release there from Nick Bonino. Gets backhanded out through center by Salomon. And Team USA back in on the regroup. It has been a good second period for Team USA came into the second period trailing 1-0 after a first period power play goal by Teemu Hartikainen for Finland. Coronado thought he had tied it up. It was ruled no goal after video review due to goaltender interference. And then Cutter Gauthier, who can really rip it, snaps one in, and this game is tied 1-1. Round the boards it comes. Oksanen plays it through. Marco Antila. He tried to take this wide and get around Thrun, could not. Tynan on the loose puck will chip a backhander up at center. Carter Mazur will carry it in. Mazur trying to get a wrist shot through and ends up in behind the net. Comes to the near corner. Looking for the loose puck there was Gauthier. Turned 19 in January. And play does get whistled down.
Let's go back to the goal that was scored, and really good job by the U.S. being in good position. It was Lane Hudson coming down the wall, keeping the puck in. Finns had just thrown it around the wall. He kept it in, got it to Alex Tuck, who was just doing a button hook right in the slot. And you saw the chance that he had, and then when the puck was laying in behind Marmy, he just couldn't find a handle on it. Thought he had a slam dunk for his first goal of the tournament.
Lehtinen will send this out to center ice. Bounces away before Rantanen could get to it. Otama kicks it back into the Team USA zone. And Sandberg will play it across ice. Perbix will play it to the Finland line no further. Trying to stick handle his way out was Lehtinen and almost lost it to Drew O'Connor. O'Connor with a little redirect to center for Connor Garland. Plays it through for Asamont. Back for Connor Garland. He tried to hitch a backhander in from a sharp angle. It goes over top the net. Team USA stays on it. Garland skates it up top. Dishes it off. Dylan Sandberg with the shot through some traffic.
We're starting to see that more, where the U.S. defensemen are starting to rotate in. Because of the room on the outside, USA forwards are coming from the corners back up towards the blue line. So there's that circular motion, which means the defenseman on the far side can release and go to the net, because they're going to look for a play to the net, but also if things go sideways, that forward who was looped up is now going to cover for that defenseman. So that good circular motion is a good thing for the U.S. here, and it makes it more difficult to track for the Finns.
Sweden, Germany, our second game, and then a triple header tomorrow. As we'll get our first look at France and Austria. Here's a chance. Kako trying to take that to the front of the net, could not. Get our first look at Hungary and Denmark as well. And then Germany and Finland will be the final game of the day tomorrow. So Finland will start back-to-back. They're only back-to-back at the beginning, another one coming up later, Hungary and Austria. And then a couple of days off for Finland before they will close the preliminary round out against Denmark. The net comes off the pegs, and that will bring about a stoppage in play.
Yeah, Connor Mackey just kind of blew a tire there, fell down right by the net, ended up knocking the net off its moorings. What a move by Kako though. Holy mackerel, did he put a move on Henry's run. Went forehand, backhand coming out of the corner, but he mishandled it the ultimate time. I'm sure he had his head up trying to look and decide which way did he want to go. And there's a look at Mackey blowing the tire there, and that's why the whistle was blown. Net got knocked off its mooring. He was checking the skate blade after that one.
Second World Championship for Kako. 6 goals and 7 points in 2019 at the World Championship. Has a U18 goal, a World Junior goal, a World Championship goal. And had a great chance there that just rolled off the end of the stick.
Yeah, that experience, that winning experience, doesn't matter what level, what age you were, that helps you. And then when you're also, we have a stoppage of play. Oh, they're going to fix the netting here, yeah. When we saw the collision with Mackey and the goalpost, apparently it wasn't fitting properly, so we've had a stoppage in play here so we can have a dance contest. Not sure who's winning.
Well, it is a Friday afternoon, and a beautiful Friday afternoon here in Tampere. And the fans who were terrific last year, they love their team. There's 2 Liga teams play out of here. Tampere being one of them. Tampere won the Champions League, but the games were played in Luleå. But Tampere coming up with the Champions League win. Ilves and Tampere are the 2 Liga teams that play out of this building. Nokia Arena, that for hockey seats just over 13,000. It will be less for this tournament because they've taken some of the seats away. Ulaniko, quick shot save made by DeSmith. Some room down that left side. This gets cleared. Did this go off a stick or did this go clean out?
But again, look at the left side of the ice there, the left wing side, and the U.S. team is on full attack. And even Ronnie Adder, who's the weak side D-man, he gets caught way up the ice, and there's your scoring chance for Lammikko. So we saw that a few times in the first period, less so in the second period, but the Finns have really taken advantage of how well they jam things up at the U.S. blue line and in the neutral zone, and then they quickly throw it into the middle of the ice. Great scoring chance.
Not sure this game has been as cleanly played as the coaches would like. Now, not a surprise from Team USA. They just got together a couple of days ago. They had a brief training camp in Munich, and now here they are in the World Championship. This Finland squad, for the most part, has been together for a little bit of a longer period of time. Connor to the short side. It comes just Drew O'Connor tried to get that one through the pillows of Larmy. Another shot from the line blocked in front as that went off O'Connor. Jammed up in the corner, slipped around to the far side. O'Connor, 6'3", 190 pounds, 24 years of age. First to the puck, dishes it off, and a shot from Esimont is gloved and held by Emil Larmy as we're into the final 54 seconds of this second period.
Players in a game like this, especially with the way the offense sits up, guys who sort of have a stuttering game, in other words, they speed up and slow down a lot, I think they actually have an advantage because you're skating around the outside, you're forward, you're a winger, you've got some room, and then they pinch you off and get you into a small area. Stopping and starting and utilizing your space is better than going full speed all the time in the offensive zone.
Alex Tuck turned, fired. His shot was blocked by Lehtinen. Gets it again. The shot turned aside by Emil Larmy. And now Manninen will speed up the ice for Finland. Manninen with Hartikainen headed to the front of the net. Rantanen turns in behind the net, comes up with a loose puck. Sends it back for Lehtinen, but it got away from him. He'll have to wait for everyone to get on side. Sends it back into the Team USA zone. Thrun, his cross ice pass, that long reach of Rantanen breaks that up. And this is kept in at the blue line. Lehtinen off the crossbar. Back to the blue line. Rantanen goes cross ice. Lehtinen will control. Mikko Lehtinen. Near side it comes. Long shot by Mantapalo, and that is deflected off a stick. And the second period comes to an end.
Well, the Finns had the puck more often in the first period. The U.S. did a real good job countering here in the second. 19 shots on goal in the second period here for the USA. Taking what they give you. They're giving you the outside, take the shots. That's how they got their goals.
Hartikainen in the first period. Cutter Goche in the second period. 1-1 after 40.
Team USA 19, Team Finland 8.
statistics on your favorite players, your favorite teams, and real-time game updates at your fingertips. Find the Skoda perks in the IIHF app. Explore the action and dive into a new digital world. Play and win amazing prizes. Available on all smart devices. In multiple languages. The 2023 IIHF app, powered by Skoda. Download it now from the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Ja hyvät naiset ja herrat, nyt on hieno lauluhetki, tuokion aika. Nimittäin annetaan isot aplodit Brian ja meidän lapsikuoro!
Yes. Everybody please stand up.
Casey DeSmith has been very good in this hockey game for Team USA, but a good second period for Team USA as they tie this game up 1-1 as we head into the final 20 minutes, or perhaps there will be more than 20 minutes to solve this one.
Yeah, they countered really well after the Finns had won the first period, puck possession, etc. They were slowly coming on. The second period, the U.S. did a really good job. But, yeah, Casey DeSmith kept them in the game and still has. Even the mistakes that the U.S. has made have been big ones into the middle of the ice, and DeSmith constantly keep making big saves for them.
TJ Tynan 4 for 4 in the face-off department after 2 periods. He was 60% in the World Championship last year, winning 48 of 80. Nick Perbix continues to lead Team USA in ice time at 14-19. There's a turnover. Mannanen cross ice, and Mikko Rantanen couldn't finish it off. The turnover in the Team USA end. And what a chance for Rantanen, who had 55 with Colorado this year. Turned over in front of the net, and almost an opportunity there for Drew O'Connor. Sent out at center ice, Mannanen for Rantanen, and Rantanen will skate to the Finland bench, shaking his head, wondering how he missed that opportunity.
Yeah, that quick give and go back and forth, I think even surprised him, because I think they would have had one by Casey DeSmith there with that 2-on-0 and close.
This gets sent in. Olimata will send it around. Koivisto gets it to the blue line, but not out. And Olimata will try it again. Mata trying to get it up for Armia. Armia gloved it down, sends it ahead. This will get cleared in. Sumala comes around the boards for Armia. He'll leave it at the line. Olimata will send it back around looking for Kaapo Kakko. Kakko couldn't get to it. Cleared out through center ice by Thrun, and now right back in for Sumala to the front of the net. Back at the line, Armia down for Kaapo Kakko. Kakko plays it back for Armia. Gets away from him. Armia trying to lose the checking of Nick Bonino. Could not. Bonino gets a little bit of help there from Thrun. And he'll pitch a backhander down the ice that will go for an icing call.
Kaapo Kakko got robbed on that play. What a save by DeSmith. Watch the right toe come flashing out here. Here's an outnumbered attack. Well, here's the original play that we talked about, that Mikko Rantanen, who actually got checked a little bit at the last second here, and I think that actually pulled him back a little bit. And then there's the toe save on Kaapo Kakko.
What a save by DeSmith.
Defense, we are using chipping game marks. If a puck flies to his end, please return.
Billy Polka sends this up the middle of the ice looking for Lackman. He'll go after it.
Thank you for your call.
Yo, Lakimo. Cleared out through center ice. Lamiko back in. Gets it on, and Salonen with the shot from the left side, and that is gloved by DeSmith, and he'll hang on to it.
Yeah, the scoring chances that the Finns have been able to manufacture, they've all been in the middle of the ice. There's another good look at that brilliant toe save by Casey DeSmith. Well, that is absolutely brilliant. Kakko, I'm sure, thought that was in and was ready to put his hands up because the leg came out late from DeSmith, but it was so effective.
18 goals and 40 points, his best NHL season for Kaapo Kakko this year. Shot from the line, that got turned away as Nanton Palo let that one go from the blue line, and another save by Casey DeSmith. DJ Tynan in after a loose puck, cleared away from him. This will get jammed around the boards by Nicholas Freeman. Kept in at the blue line though by Lane Hudson. Plays it down along the boards for Walker, comes back for Hudson, sends it down low. Tynan will play it back for Connor Mackey. He'll send it back. Farrell lets this go all the way back in. Farrell giving chase on the far side, but it's carried up through center ice. Farrell will poke it back into his own end. Long right side pass now. Coronado goes in after it. Coronado gets tied up in behind the net. Cleared around the boards, kept in at the blue line by Dylan Sandberg. Sandberg skates to the middle of the ice looking for a return pass, getting himself ready for a one-timer, but there was no passing lane there.
The intelligence of the Finns overall about when they know they've got you in a bad spot defensively, and they really swarm on you then.
Slap shot by Bjornen, and that never got through. It's been a tough game face-off wise for Hannes Bjornen, and he also missed a great scoring opportunity. He's lost 7 of 13 that he's taken in this game. He was 5th best in the World Championship last year, winning 87 of 145, so he does take a lot of face-offs for Finland. Carried back in by Mikey Asimont for Connor Garland. Garland twisting and turning, looking for open ice, finds a little bit. In a little too deep to get a shot away. Stays with it. Perunovic will send it around the boards. Perbix is there to try and jam it back down low. And taken by Olli Mata, and he'll lift the backhander out the center. Artikainen, who has the Finland goal in this game, came on a power play in the opening period. Kakko trying to chop this into the Team USA zone. Couldn't on the first try. Now there's a little bit of room. Kakko takes the drop pass. Tried to leave it there. Following up on the play, Seppala. He'll send this into the corner. Kakko trying to get it back to the blue line. And that is deflected, and Billy Polka will chase after this back into his own zone. Played in the SHL in Farjestad this past season, after 4 seasons in the KHL for Billy Polka. Alex Tuck will carry this out. Tuck with some speed, finds some room. One hands it in behind the Finland net, lost his stick on the play. Comes around the boards. Team USA controls. Came to the front of the net and cleared away there by Nicholas Freeman. Back in it comes. Kapanen couldn't get a stick on it. And now right back up the ice. Gauthier trying to spin away from the checking, and Kasperi Kapanen is on the loose puck.
Boy, and Freeman's got some speed. He has a recovery from the inside out there for the Finnish defenseman. Really nice job of closing the gap down there. He's got some good wheels.
Played into the corner. Team USA in on the attack. To the line it comes. And a long shot. That got blocked. Natter trying to hold it in. Can't. And now a little bit of room. Salonen. And Casey DeSmith is there to block it. Mazur to center ice and no further. And Farrell will circle back into his own end. Gets it for Dylan Sandberg. Comes near side at it. Had it bounce off of his stick. Sent down low. It comes. Chance in front of the net. Scramble. Puck is loose. Good net drive there by Bjornanen. Sandberg on for Farrell. Farrell sends it through the middle. Big hit there by Otama, and Otama is going to get a penalty. He stepped up on the play, but the puck was not there as he stepped into Sammy Walker, who's shaken up.
Yeah, I don't think Walker even touched the puck. It was an anticipation play there, and he made contact anyway. Otama thought, oh, I've got this guy. I've got him lined up. And he took the hit anyway on Walker. I don't think he ever touched it. The pass was just off the mark. And I guess he just couldn't resist it. But he's going to the penalty box, and well, he should. Because Walker was shaken up on the play.
So the officials are going to have a little bit of a chat as to what this should be.
Stepping up in the neutral zone and taking a bead on a guy is one thing. It's good defense. You don't see many open ice hits, and this one definitely went bad. I'm convinced, I'm waiting to see the replay here, but I'm convinced that Walker never even touched the puck yet before he got whacked, and he certainly never saw it coming.
The penalty is under review.
All right, they're still going to look at it further. See where the puck was. Did he touch it? Meanwhile, this is in the offensive zone. The Finns having a chance there, walking out of the corner. 2-on-1s. They've been able to create 2-on-1s at different areas of the ice, and then there was an upset Antala who thought there should have been a penalty. Now here comes the hit. Oh yeah, he's got him lined up forever. And he gets him up in the shoulder and the head area. Let's take another look at this. That is a huge collision. He was very slow to get up. I still couldn't tell there quite if he's gripping that right arm. Yeah, that's huge. And Otama is a big man. You can tell he's tall. And when you're bent over like Walker was, it's a real mismatch in size. So you're going to get upper body contact there, and that's, I'm sure, what they're looking at. What was the timing of it? Did he touch the puck? It looks like interference to me.
So it's interference.
He never touched it. He definitely did not touch the puck. Otama was just assuming that he is going to, but it got deflected wide. And then he comes across, and he makes big-time contact to the side of the head. And I saw Sammy Walker he had that shoulder down. Yeah, look at that. Look at that left arm hanging down.
So the officials, Tobias Bjork of Sweden and Adam Blosky of Canada, taking a close look at this. Will it be 2? Will it be 5? Dave Quinn, the coach of Team USA, has his troops over at the bench.
Especially when you look at the contact that was made, I'd be really surprised that this isn't a major. Here is, again, another good look.
Now Walker is reaching and bent over, which doesn't help the situation.
Right. And again, the difference in size there, and it's the hip. It's the hip. It's not an elbow or anything else, which shows you how much Walker was bent over.
Number 45, 2 minutes for interference.
So
All
2
right.
minutes for interference. So Team USA will go to the power play for the third time in this game as Ati Otama goes to the box and Dave Quinn sends out his power play unit.
Otama got the benefit of the doubt there. Big, tall defenseman coming across, and he had Walker in the train tracks, but when the puck got deflected away, Antila actually deflected the puck away from Walker, and Otama kept coming anyway.
Ole Mata trying to clear this. It got blocked along the boards. Mata gets it again. Sends it ahead for Bjornanen. Hans Bjornanen carries in. Ole Mata joins the attack. Bjornanen trying to pull that to the middle of the ice. Puck got bouncing on him and he couldn't get a shot away. And Connor Garland will bring it back in. Garland sends it for Tynan and back for Garland. Garland, goal line for Tynan, for Alex Tuck. Tuck will bring it in from that left side, lets the shot go. It's deflected wide. Kept in at the blue line, though, by Scott Perunovic. He'll leave it for TJ Tynan to the goal line for Bonino and back for Tynan. Tynan, Bonino pulls it to the forehand, and Larmy stays with him. Alex Tuck on the loose puck. Tuck being watched by Marco Antila. Plays some give and go, and a good stick lift there. And that was deflected away before Bonino could wire it.
I like the fact that Bonino, before that, from the other side, just took the puck from the side of the net and spun his way into the front. That could loosen up things in the slot for the passes they just tried a moment ago into that guy in the bumper spot.
Grimaldi sends it around the boards. This gets kept in at the blue line. Carter Mazur sends it back at the line. Cross ice and a good save there as Cutter Gauthier let that one fly. Lane Hudson will hold it in. And now it is jammed out to center ice. Hudson brings it back in. Gets it towards the front of the net. And this will get sent down the ice, and that may just about do it. As Hudson will skate this up the ice, and he can skate. Puts on the brakes inside the line, tries to set up the final few seconds of the power play. Power play is now over. 2 shots on that power play, so 7 power play shots in the game for Team USA. Rocco Grimaldi on the wraparound try. Larmy was down on the near side but recovered. 1-1 tie here in the third. And across for Connor Garland. Garland for Perbix puts this in behind the Finland net. 10.5 to go in the third. Up top for Esamont. Esamont lets the shot go, blocked by Mannon and brought back out by Hartikainen. He'll slow it down, wait for some help. Mannon and his poke checked at the line, and Garland carries right back in. Garland centers. Larmy's down, scores! Drew O'Connor has given Team USA a 2-1 lead here in the third.
Excellent work by Team USA here, and Sandberg was in on it as well, and I believe it's the backhand pass. They get a cycle going there, and the Finns can't quite pick it all up. The turnover in the neutral zone, the USA makes them pay. They jam up in the middle of the ice, but there's Sandberg moving in from the blue line, getting involved in the play. Beautiful little backhand pass. That's what gets everybody's attention from the guys in blue. And O'Connor, who came into this game with a couple of goals in that pre-tournament game against Munich, he's still got the hot hand, and it's a really nice goal to put the U.S. in control here 2-1.
Drew O'Connor, syöttäjät 12, Dylan Sandberg ja 83.
So Dylan Sandberg does get the primary assist on that goal.
Drew O'Connor, assisted by 12, Dylan Sandberg, 83.
Connor Garland gets the other assist. Ultima from the line lets the long shot go, punched away by the blocker of Casey DeSmith. Armia trying to center it against the checking of Bonino. Bonino gets some help down low from Connor Mackey. And it's around and grabbed off, and Thrun will skate this out the center. Gets to the red line and sends it in. Comes off the corner boards. And Ultima who takes a bump on the play there from Tynan. Lehtinen will get it out the center. Boy, and something that did not happen very often last year in this tournament, Finland trailing. They only lost one game, and that was in overtime to Sweden. They had 4 shutouts, so they do not give up much. They gave up 5 goals in the preliminary round in 7 preliminary games. So Team USA accomplishing some things here in game 1.
You can see their strategy, and yeah, they must be thinking, yikes, we're keeping everything to the outside for the most part. But the U.S. are taking those shots and challenging the goaltender, and they're starting to find some answers here.
Lockheed will carry it back in, trying to get a shot to the short side. Lamiko had that blocked in behind the net. Mikko Lamiko will control. Plays it to the blue line for Olli Mata. Mata puts it behind the net. Salonen is there. Jiri Salonen dishes it off, kept in at the line by Koivisto. He'll send it around. Olli Mata jumps in from the right point. That gets broken up by Farrell. And Team USA will clear it. Koivisto back for it and made sure that that got across the icing line.
The number of quality chances, though, Dennis, I mean, would go in favor of Finland, right? I mean, Finland's had some looks. I mean, they've had partial breakaways. They've had 2-on-0s, 2-on-1s, and Casey DeSmith has been outstanding. But the U.S. do a good job here on a turnover and getting the puck and using their D-men. Sandberg moving in from the point. When we talked to David Quinn yesterday, we asked him about, are you good on your defenseman getting involved, pinching down? And he said it with smile and real conviction, right? And it was like, we definitely want that. Sandberg showed that on that play with that beautiful backhand pass. Again, that rotation, D-man getting involved, moving down low, and the offensive zone and forwards coming up high to cover up for it.
Seppala sends this through, goes in after a loose puck. Got cleared away. That was close to offside on the entry there for Finland. Cleared back out, and Ville Koka back into his own end. Slips this in behind his own goal. Mikhail Seppala sends it up the left side. Borch trying to swat that out was Oksanen. And now Poka. Cross ice. Marco Anttila hits the line, carries it in. Anttila takes it wide. Big Anttila trying to pitch that back to the blue line. It got blocked and right back up the ice for Team USA. Chance off that backside. Drop pass, scores! Alex Tuck on a terrific drop pass from Rocco Grimaldi. And Team USA up 3-1.
So many good things happen here for the U.S. and also a little bit of luck. A collision in the middle of the ice by 2 Finnish players. And it caused all kinds of room down the left wing side. But the exchange, once they get in the zone, is outstanding. U.S. do a terrific job here of taking the puck, and then there's the headman pass just off the screen. You couldn't quite see the collision in the middle of the ice by the Finns, and then this crisscrossing pattern, there it is. There's the cause of it. Alex Tuck literally takes 2 guys out of the play, and that's what the Finns are really upset about. They wanted an interference call, and you could see exactly why. And then Tuck, of all people, ends up being the guy getting into the Finnish zone more quickly than the 2 Finn defenders, and Grimaldi gives them just a beautiful chance to score a goal on a slam dunk.
Grimaldi and O'Connor on the assist, so a goal and an assist for Drew O'Connor as Alex Tuck gets his first, and now Lehtinen and Connor Garland mix it up. 3-1 Team USA.
Well, the U.S. are really flying now. They made some really good plays, and the Finns are upset. And they were talking to the referees right after on that goal. They felt there was interference by Tuck right out at the blue line. And then of all people, Tuck comes in and is the one that scores the goal. But what a play by Grimaldi, too. He's all alone, nose to nose with the goaltender, and he dishes it off on the backhand for the slam dunk for Alex Tuck. What a beautiful play by Grimaldi.
2 points in this game for Drew O'Connor, a goal and an assist. 2 points in this game for Dylan Sandberg, a couple of assists, and a 3-1 lead for Team USA. Controlled along the boards by Asimont. Spins this back into the corner. Battle for a loose puck is all tied up on the near side wall was Drew O'Connor with Otama. Teams will start a change. And Alex Tuck will bring this back in. Couldn't get it deep. Capo Caco has had a couple of great chances in this game. (27-14) the shots favoring Team USA since the start of the second period. So that quickness that we talked about on Team USA has been very visible.
And the willingness to take what they leave. And that means shooting from the outside and having weak side guys go to the net and having confidence that you can score some goals from there instead of automatically trying to work the puck into the middle of the ice all the time. Because the Finns want you to do that. That's how they're going to hurt you. But the U.S. have made some really nice plays. Guys coming late on the play. That's O'Connor's goal. And then look at this play by Grimaldi. I mean, that is outstanding. Coming right across, taking the goaltender with him, and a nice leave by Alex Tuck, who immediately goes, yeah, that's all you, buddy.
Olimata off the face-off. Sends it to the front of the net. This gets punched away. And Mata back into his own zone. Turned it over to Mazur. Trying to get a backhander through. And Larmy made the stop. In behind the net. Boy, Team Finland has been guilty of some careless puck management here in this game, and Team USA has taken advantage.
Near their own net, right? A couple of times now, just in the last 2 or 3 minutes, Finland's turning the puck over, getting a little rattled by the 3-1 score. Well, the U.S. is really rolling now with the score of 3-1. You can feel the shock factor in the building from the fans. There's no doubt about that. And certainly it shows from the Finns, who feel like they've set up some really good scoring chances, and Casey DeSmith has had the answers.
Shot from the line. That hit a body in front. May have gone off Hartikainen. Hartikainen to the front of the net. Rantanen with another chance. And Connor Garland may have got just enough of Rantanen's stick. Rantanen with the reverse hit in the corner. Puts this onto the stick of Hartikainen. Hartikainen trying to lose the checking of Ronnie Attard. Manninen plays it up the boards. Back for Hartikainen. Slams it back. Ultima. He'll get chased there by Drew O'Connor. Lehtinen, Rantanen, he'll leave it back for Lehtinen, puts it off the backboards, trying to get that to the side of the net. Hartikainen is on it. Hartikainen gets stripped of the puck, and this gets cleared around the boards. Good play there by Esamont, and Otama will have to go back.
This is where David Quinn has been watching his team. He saw them in Munich. He's seen them now coming into the late stages of this third. Who are the grinders? Who is he putting out there? Who wins the board battles and who has coverage in front of the net?
Czechia still leading Slovakia 3-2 in Riga. Canada, Latvia, the second game there. Germany, Sweden, our next game here in Tampere. At the line, Perbix trying to get it down low. Knocked away from him. Bjornanen chases this into the Team USA zone. Sends it around, kept in by Mikhail Seppala. Seppala trying to work it to the front of the net. Got dumped. That got a reaction from the crowd here at Nokia Arena. Grimaldi trying to clear, and with a little bit of help from Bonino, it does get sent down the ice.
Nick Bonino makes so many of those plays. It's stuff that doesn't show up on the score sheet, but that's the reason he's captain.
823 NHL games played for Nick Bonino. Kept in at the line, and now this will get cleared as Connor Mackey will play it off the boards and out. Olimata sends it on to the blue line, and no further for Salonen. Connor Garland, and this will get stuffed back to the blue line. Olimata, he'll leave it. Otama on for Mannanen. Mannanen trying to come rink wide, looking for Armia. Armia gets it, sends it on for Kapil-Kakko. Slap shot, and that goes off the stick of Thrun and up and out of play. 2:05 left to go here in period number 3. .05 on the clock and a 3-1 lead for Team USA. Hartikainen on a power play opened the scoring in the first period. And then Team USA, Cutter Gauthier tied it up. 6 attackers now for Finland. It was 1-1 going into the third. Drew O'Connor and then Alex Tuck. So 6 on 5 for Finland as they're down a couple here with now under 2 to go. It's getting bounced down the ice, and this will be an icing call. They'll bring the face-off back into the Team USA zone.
This is where you test the battle level of everybody on both teams. Face-offs, of course, that's where it starts. You got less than 2 minutes to go, and it's all about winning those board battles. The U.S. team will be willing to take icings like they just got. The net is empty. That's part of it, but just getting it out of the zone consistently, that's what it's all about.
Coach Dave Quinn liked the idea of starting this tournament off against the defending champions and against a very good team. He said it sets the bar and it lets your players know what kind of a tournament you are in. And his team has responded. Rantanen carrying in. The tough part of the schedule for Team USA is the beginning and the end. The middle part is kind of, if you want to look at the opposition, they finish up against Sweden. Next action for them will be Germany. Or Hungary, and then Germany.
I mean, I agree with him. I think it's great, too. You start off right at the top. and see where you're at. Measure yourselves up. Know that you got to go like heck right at the very beginning. And we got a timeout here as both coaches are playing a little strategy here. And you just get this feeling, not just from the crowd, Dennis, but this Finnish team is stunned by the turn of events here and the way the U.S. has taken this game over, and that's really clamped down and solidified some of the things. They have given up some doozy scoring chances against. Don't get me wrong, they've made some mistakes. There's no doubt in my mind the guy that's made the biggest difference is Casey DeSmith. I mean, absolutely unreal stuff was in every period. First period, second period, didn't matter. And here into the third, he's made key saves and given them a ton of confidence.
Finland had chances to make it 2-0. And Casey DeSmith made a number of big saves. If the game goes to 2-0, it certainly would be a different situation, the way Finland can lock a game down. But for Finland, they'll be back in action tomorrow night against Germany. And then Sweden on Monday. 6-on-5, empty net, down by 2, Finland. Rantanen into the slot, it goes, a shot that never got through. And it's Hartikainen tried to get that one in on net, back at the line. Lettinen on for Mannanen, Mannanen for Hartikainen. And Hartikainen turned it over. Alex Tuck will look at the empty net and find it. Alex Tuck with 2 here in the third, and Team USA will put this one away with a 4-1 lead.
Excellent work, turning the puck over, grinding. It was a good steal by Tuck, surrounding the puck, turning it over. Finland trying to work their way through slowly and didn't use the weak side quickly enough. Watch Tuck come in here. It's kind of a 2-on-1, and they're able to steal the puck. I think O'Connor was in on that as well, too. The big defensemen are out there that you referred to early in the game. Sandberg and Perbix were out there as well, too. The 2 of the bigger defensemen for Team USA and used their bodies well, and they've played a really good game for U.S.
So I'm not sure Friday night is going to be as wild here in Tampere as it maybe would have been. But the fans who have this concerned look on their face, I think will still go out and enjoy themselves tonight. But certainly for Team USA, an excellent start to this 2023 IIHF World Championship. And for Team USA, Hungary on Sunday, Germany Monday, and then Austria, Denmark, France. And then they'll close the following Tuesday against Sweden. So out at center it comes for Joel Armia. He'll play it through. Capo Kakko, backhand pass through the middle of the ice, intercepted and cleared out at center. And after falling behind 1-0 after one period, Team USA, a very good final 40 minutes, and they skate away with a 4-1 victory.
Yeah, they learned quickly, no doubt, because it was the Finns early on in this game, and it was because of the goaltending of Casey DeSmith that made the difference. There's no doubt. They could have been in the hole by a couple of goals after that first period and not just one. Made a huge difference there. There were several guys. The Team USA played better and better. O'Connor's game, I thought, was really good. Coronado, I noticed him a lot. I thought he was great. Alex Tuck came on as the game went on, and of course he ended up with a couple of goals. He's playing with Grimaldi. And then Nick Bonino, as I mentioned earlier, makes so many good defensive plays and things that don't show up on the score sheet. On the back end, I thought Sandberg was really good in this game. And the movement of the defense in the offensive zone and how they used them at key times, I thought made a big difference as well.
A couple of assists in the game for Sandberg, a couple of goals for Alex Tuck. Goal and an assist for Drew O'Connor. Will have the player of the game for each of these teams. just over 12,000 to open this championship here in Tampere. And we'll have the player of the game for the two teams, and then we will have the U.S. national anthem as Team USA wins game one by a score of 4-1. But a very strong final 40 minutes to this game.
Having a start like this for the U.S. team is huge against the hometown team, and the Finns, the way they play, what we talked about, and their DNA is to play the middle of the ice as well as any team you're going to see in this tournament. And they require you, make you have turnovers, and then their counter game is outstanding. They got pucks into the middle of the ice. They got their scoring chances and didn't capitalize because of the goaltending. So some lessons to be learned for sure for the U.S. about how they play the outer edges of the ice and how they protect in the middle of the ice.
So Joel Armia is the player of the game for Finland.
USA:n paras pelaaja, best player of Team USA, numero 1, number 1, Casey DeSmith.
And a good choice.
If it had been anybody else, I'd have been shocked. It would have been robbery and had to be Casey DeSmith. Absolutely a terrific game, and gives great confidence to not only him but the entire team that they're going to get the goaltending that they so much need. Every team does in a tournament situation like this. Well done by Casey DeSmith.
So 4-1 the final. Team USA gets off to a very good start here at the World Championship. The U.S. ambassador to Finland in on the presentation to Casey DeSmith. So Team USA wins, and we will have the U.S. national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem of the winning team, USA. tänään Nokia-areenalla ottelulla Ruotsi-Saksa kello 20:20. Tervetuloa. The 2023 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Tournament will continue today at Nokia Arena at 8:20 p.m. with the game Team Sweden and Team Germany. Welcome. Katsomo tyhjennetään ottelujen välissä tähän pihaan. Ladies and gentlemen, the venue is empty between the games. See you soon.
Timo, you had the opening goal today, but ultimately a 4-1 loss to the Americans. What challenge did they present today?
They played really fast tonight. They played the right way. They were fast and when they got the puck. And I think after first period we didn't play at our level. We let them to play their hockey, so they were good today.
You're back at it tomorrow against Germany. How do you try and regroup before that game?
I think it's a good wake-up call for all of us that none of those wins what we've been having in the last couple of years, it's not coming easy. You need to work all 60 minutes and every night of the tournament. So I think it's a good wake-up call for everyone. So I don't think you need anything else on this.
Obviously a disappointing opening 4-1 loss, but what are you trying to work off of when it comes to positives today?
Pitää pelata vähän tiukempaa ja tänään jenkit pelasi tosi hyvin, niin ei saatu omista kiekkoja pois ja jäätiin sinne ja kun ne kääntyi hyvin vastaan, niin pitää olla vaan jätkää luistella omiin ja kaikki nämä pelit, niin pitää 60 minuuttia tehdä kovasti töitä, että nämä voittaa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Casey, your first time representing USA at a major international tournament. You make 23 saves and were critical in an opening 4-1 win. What was going through your mind on some of those initial big saves that you made?
Yeah, this was a great place to play. You know, what a place to host the event. Great crowd, and fortunate enough to play the host team first game, and just couldn't ask for more from Finland, and we're really fortunate to be hosting in such a great country. The guys were great. Second two periods, we couldn't ask for better hockey, and it's really a great win to build on.
You mentioned the guys in front of you. Your coach, David Quinn, talked about a patient offense, and we really saw that today. What stood out the most to you about the offensive pressure?
Yeah, I thought we were really resilient. You know, we had that goal called back, and instead of sinking back and letting it get to us, we just put it on even more. We had everyone contributing. You know, all four lines were going. We're just playing fast hockey, smart hockey, and that's the way we're going to win.
Lastly, an opening victory against last year's champion. What does that do for the overall team atmosphere to open the tournament?
Yeah, it feels good. Definitely something to build on, and should be fun to go in that locker room and celebrate.
Awesome. Enjoy the celebrations. Thank you, Casey.
Thank you.
That's it, fellas.
Live the bumble.
There we go.
wishes, they don't just happen. You have to make them happen. Pay instantly for those early bird tickets and make front row happen. Sharing the costs? Send money to your